My name is Jeremy Metzger, low voltage technology consultant with Metzger Consulting Agency and development consultant for the Coherence objective. In this welcome packet, I would like to share with you the 30,000-foot view of who we are, what we do, and why customers are willing to pay a lot of money for it. I'd also like to share with you one of the key sales mindsets to helping you make tens of thousands of dollars in the low voltage sector for installation and services across all kinds of different technologies. I want to share that with you. So stick with me. It can only help. Let's dive in. To illustrate, let's use an example. Pretend you are a homeowner who needs some flooring work done. So you talk to a flooring guy, and he seems pretty legit. But just before you two seal the deal, he asks you this question. So while I'm at it, do you want me to do the roof as well? Now you're stumped. This guy is a flooring guy, not a roofing guy. And as you know, those are two completely different things. In fact, that sounds so weird. You might just begin to question this guy's flooring ability. It's off and it's super unprofessional. Now, in the low voltage world, it's pretty much the same. For example, it's common for a customer to have many different vendors that each provide kind of a specialized service. For example, a customer will often have one vendor for their Wi-Fi, a different vendor provider for their surveillance cameras, a completely different vendor or provider for structured cabling, a completely different vendor for a speaker system and digital signage. It's just weird and off-putting in this market segment to hear a company say, we can do it all. Now, what if there was a group of companies, each company with their specialty, that shared overhead? We're talking about insurance costs where appropriate, technicians, vehicles, warehouse space, project management, bidding department, material fulfillment solutions, and more. What would that do for the customer? Well, number one, if a group of companies share overhead, that would allow each individual company to offer their products and solutions for a slightly lower price. This further extends to a scenario where a customer wants more than one of those solutions, a bundle. So for the customer, there's a huge price win. Number two, there's a maintenance win. For each of the services mentioned, there's one support line. I mean, imagine having one number that you call personally for all your IT problems across all those different areas that I mentioned. Customers want that too, and they are willing to pay for it. I want to connect you with this group of companies that share overhead and management. We call it the Coherence objective. So the Coherence objective provides low voltage solutions individually or in bundles or packages. Services include, but aren't limited to, structured cabling, fiber optics, Wi-Fi, security, and audio-visual. But where do you come in? Well, us over here at the Coherence objective, we're pretty technical people, engineers, so we can provide an interested party, over the phone. We can provide you with quotes, with resources. If you need help understanding the technology, we got you. If we don't know an answer off the top of our heads, we'll find one for you pretty quick. Whether it's just general questions, educating to a sale, we've got the customer covered. But finding potential customers, That's what we're not very good at. We're technical people, again, or engineers, and so getting out there and finding those connections, right? People who are building, people who are renovating, companies that need low voltage solutions, companies that need Wi-Fi. We're just not really well equipped to find those people. It's not our strong suit. So that is where you come in. The Coherence Objective Finder's Fee program is designed to add an income stream to your life. Whether you are a seasoned sales professional, a college student just getting started, a person in the middle of a career change, you can use our dashboard to submit leads and start generating revenue. Now, I know you likely have a lot of questions at this point, and I do want to answer all of them. But let's start one thing at a time. Let's start with an example to get us started to answer a lot of your questions. One of our medium, just kind of average sized leads that turned into a customer was a property development company that specialized in multifamily residential housing developments. So like 10 apartment buildings on a campus, each with about 40 units, right? This company started us out at about 5 installs, I think, in the first year or so. And that translated to roughly about $1 million in revenue, gross revenue per year. So what's 10% of $1 million? 100,000. That's what the finder could make in 1 year. Now, as part of this program, the agreement says that you get 10% of gross sales per lead for 2 years. And the guy that connected us with this company sent an email. At the time it was email. We have a finder's dashboard now, but it was like an email. So the initial connection and like a discovery call, 15 to 20 minutes if I remember right. So what, for about 30 to 45 minutes out of his week, he made that for 2 years. That's what we try to empower you with. But what does this mean for you? Now, my goal here isn't to go into too much depth, but let me share some examples of some individuals I've onboarded very recently. One lady is based out of San Francisco, but does software development in the healthcare world in Omaha, Nebraska. So while she's there flying in and visiting and doing her other work, she's also knocking on doors, asking about the healthcare construction industry, passing our name along, just getting our name in the door. One gentleman is selling residential backup solutions for entire homes for power backup in the Colorado mountains. And he's marketing upscale home security, cabling, and entertainment center audio visual installations for like $1 million homes. They're actually it's residential, but really big projects, right? Pretty lucrative. Another gentleman, in a related way, sells battery backup solutions for huge data centers. We're like Amazon level, huge buildings with lots and lots of server racks and AC units, right? And he's adding our data center cabling and infrastructure solutions right alongside his existing sale that he's making anyway. And recently, I onboarded another gentleman in the middle of a career change, currently truck driving, but he's going to be researching property development companies, construction ventures in his area, making phone calls, and even physically stopping by different customers that are along routes or when and where he can. So no matter where you're at, if you're able to put in some effort, learn some things, and just really make connections, you can do this. This will work for you. Now, to get you started, I want to give you 2 resources and one, more of a mindset that can help tie everything together. Resource number 1 is the Coherence Objective website, www.coherence-us.com. It's the 30,000 foot view, very customer facing. It's what a lot of people will see as their first exposure to our web presence. Probably an ad brought them there, or you brought them there, or something like that, right? It doesn't go into too much depth, but it summarizes everything I've said and introduces some of the companies you've already heard about. Resource number 2 is the Coherence Objective Finders Program Dashboard, which is a mouthful. It's just a web-based dashboard. It looks like a website. And this is where most of your resources live. PDFs, company reviews and descriptions, overviews and descriptions rather, sales articles, technical understanding of both our technology and sales solutions. There's even a podcast on there that has different aspects to it, and a lot of our finders and sales professionals find that helpful. Go into depth on customer types, on different companies, on different technologies, really anything to help you both understand and make more connections, pitch better to your customers, and understand technology where applicable. Now, the mindset that ties everything together that I said earlier could help make you tens of thousands of dollars in the low voltage installation sector. Well, it's this. If you want to sell more solutions to more people, or even broaden your understanding of your target customer, which, as you know, as a salesperson is extremely powerful, then focus on the concept of low voltage technology, right? As opposed to just calling it IT, right? So throughout this video, you've heard me mention low voltage solutions, low voltage devices, low voltage technology, right? And that's for this reason. Your washer, microwave, vacuum cleaner, right? Those are all what we call high voltage technologies. They drive motors or use a massive amount of electricity, normal electricity coming out of your wall socket, to perform their function. And that's great for those devices. But a computer needs way lower voltage inside of its circuits, right? Or that computer will fry. What is a TV? Well, it's a low voltage device. It's really just a computer with a giant screen attached to it that plays content. What is a camera? That's a low voltage device. What is Wi-Fi? It's a low voltage system. See where I'm going with this? The salesmen that I've met who seem to have the best lead quality and closing ratio, who have the best kind of interaction with their customers and hook us up with the best ones, seem to all have this mentality of low voltage solutions. They find a business with a low voltage need, and then they connect us with them. That's it. Now, for next steps, you can access the Coherence website at any time, of course. But if this sounds good to you, and you want to gain access to the dashboard to learn more, go ahead and open the agreement attached to your welcome email. Now, this is a no obligations agreement. What that means is, you can sign it, submit it, wake up with amnesia tomorrow, heaven forbid that you do that, but you can, and you're not obligated to provide anything or do anything for us. The reason there's an agreement is really more to hold us accountable rather than to get you to do anything. If you submit a lead, you have to be 100% confident that you will be rewarded for it. I mean, I would want that if I were someone's salesperson, right? You also have to be confident that no one else can steal your lead, since we do have some areas with more than one salesperson or finder in that area. We made this a no obligations agreement for a reason. And this right here might be the most important thing I've said in this welcome packet. I want you to experience the pressure of success, not the pressure of demands. It's a no obligations contract because I want you to get up in the morning and say, yes, I get to make more money, expand my solutions, and live a better life. Listen, go do what you do. Just go do what you do. Be yourself, make connections, and profit by it. So here's the next step I have for you. Go ahead and sign that agreement. Get it back to us. Just attach it to the email that you got, hit reply, and we'll get you access to the dashboard so that you can make some money. Thank you for your time. No matter what you decide to do with this program, I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to working together soon.